Hey, good morning, church family. Welcome back to the Ride In. It's Friday morning, January the 3rd. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday, as they say. Looking forward to a great weekend. So, this morning I was reading a book called Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud. Excellent book. And this morning's chapter was Boundaries in Marriage. And boy, it was so helpful. I wish I would have learned some of these things many, many years ago. I wanted to just maybe share some things that where my mind went to try to be a help to you today. I certainly can't remember 17 pages of information, but there's a thought that I was meditating upon when I finished the chapter about what love is, and love is something that you give. It's not something that's taken from you. Think of that. Love is something that you give. It's not something that's taken from you. Sometimes we get the misconception that it's our responsibility to be the doormat of everyone around us. And that's simply not true. There are times where we may give up our rights or experience others' mistreatment. And there are Christian ways to respond to those things. And we can't determine what other people do to us. But we can determine what we allow others to do to us. And there's a fine line there where we, by our decisions, help other people to understand that there's ramifications for their decisions and for their actions and for the way they treat us. Jesus, when he was crucified, we think that, if we're supposed to be like Christ, then we have to let everybody beat the fire out of us and murder us and kill us, and spiritually, physically, emotionally, all those things. And we wrestle with that. At least I do. The Bible says, Jesus said, my life is not taken from me. I lay it down of myself. It was Christ's decision not to have his life taken from him, but it was to give his life freely for those he loved. It wasn't a reaction, it was an action. When the Bible talks about us dying daily, I think that's something that we decide for ourselves. It's not someone else's place to cause us to die to self, to die to our personal desires, to die to our fleshly impulses. It's our decision to crucify ourself, to die to self. That's a decision we make. Those restrictions and those acts of temperance are something that we do in and of our own will. It's not somebody else exercising their will upon us. It's us, led of the Spirit, exercising our will in the situation. So, Christian, you are on the offense, not the defense. We need to be proactive. And so, when it comes to loving people, it's a decision we make based on the leadership of the Holy Spirit. Again, I'm just kind of thinking out loud about a very deep and complicated subject. But I feel like Christians just get confused, I know I do, about when we can kind of stand up for ourselves, how much we have to take. The fact is, you don't have to take anything. If somebody's doing wrong to you, you need to communicate clearly to them what it is that they're doing and how it's hurting you, and tell them that that's not going to happen anymore. And you can't tell them what they're not going to do, but you can tell them what you're going to do if they do that. Does that make sense? You don't have to take the beating, and you can't respond by controlling their actions, but you can respond by saying, this is what I'm going to do. You're no longer going to be allowed to hurt me. If you do this, that's your choice. But my choice is to do this. Does that make sense? And in so doing, they will learn. The other people will hopefully grow and realize they can't be a baby. They can't be so immature as to think that they can walk all over you and there be no ramifications. Because when we just allow someone to, when we, in a sense, be their doormat, we're not teaching them the laws of sowing and reaping. We're not helping them to mature. We're enabling them to hurt people, one, ourselves, but certainly we're not going to be the only one if they don't learn this lesson. So I may kind of been all over the map there, but I think there's some thoughts there that are really cause us to think and meditate, and I hope that's a help to you today. Love is not something that people take from you. It's something that you give to them. Think on that. Hope you have a great day today. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.